Here in Skagit County, the Department of Natural Resources is already practicing for the upcoming fire season, which technically has already started. But this time, they're doing it in the context of COVID-19. This may be a drill, but many of the elements of a wildland firefight are here. The noise, the helicopter water drops, and flames. This part is not. The mask. It's the newest piece of wildland firefighting equipment. And in the cramped quarters of a wildland firefighting engine, Patrick McGarry shows us how every surface has to be disinfected every day. In the age of COVID-19, everyone has an assigned seat to avoid transferring the virus through contact.
Inside the engine, we're wearing the masks. Outside, when we're in the open air, we're allowed to take them off, but in that close quarter, kind of closed environment, we're required to wear them.
Outside, especially in the heat, masks are not required. At least 6 feet of social distancing is. Getting sick on the job is not new for wildland firefighters, particularly in the close quarters of a fire camp known as Camp Crud. I presume you've had Camp Crud before.
Sure, yeah, we see a lot of the common cold spread through our larger fire camps in the summers, and so that's a big concern going into this season.
David Way has been there. He's now the district fire manager for Whatcom, Skagit, Snohomish Island, and San Juan counties. Camp Crud isn't deadly, but COVID-19 can be. And Camp Crud doesn't force quarantines, COVID does.
So I take his temperature.
There are now temperature checks and health questions asked daily. Like the fire engines, camps are being mitigated, because if these firefighters get sick, who will be there to fight?
If somebody comes down with a common cold, they may get flagged in that medical screening and be out of service for, multiple days on end if they have to go into isolation.
The bottom line, the success in fighting this year's fires may depend on firefighters keeping their distance. In Skagit County, Glenn Farley, King 5 News.
Glenn,